Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of my Planet Coaster 2 Park series. This episode we will be rebuilding the bus stop as well as start building the front entrance and the front entrance plaza, which is very similar to Carowinds. This I think is probably going to come out a little late, so sorry for that. I've been very busy. I have so many videos in the works at the time of recording this, so y'all are definitely in for a treat. On this episode in itself, I really like everything that I built, especially the bus stop. The entrance area, I'm probably going to change around a couple things, but it just depends on where the skyline is going to look after a couple episodes. Then I'll decide what I exactly want to change. So right now we're building the bus stop area, which I had to rebuild because if you haven't seen the last episode, make sure to watch it. We built a Giga Coaster very similar to Fury 325. And so because of that, it took over the bus stop area, and so now we're having to rebuild it. At first I was going to try and build this little roundabout looking thingy, but it just didn't end up working out, so I thought it would be kind of cool, but it makes more sense just to have a straight road. So this one overall is just larger and has more capacity, as well as makes just more sense in general. My first one I wasn't really proud with, so I'm happy that I kind of got the opportunity to rebuild this, if I'm being completely honest. It's really exciting to start to be able to actually build some of the park. Now I'm starting to get a vibe for what I exactly want this place to feel like. And again, the inspiration is 100% Cedar Point, Carowinds, stuff like that. Which, by the way, this park still doesn't have a name yet. I think I've only gotten one name suggestion for the park. And I liked the name suggestion, but I just want to hear a lot of others before I decide. So make sure if you have a name suggestion for the park, put it in the comments. At the end of this episode, or at least I'm pretty sure at the end of this episode, I'll be revealing the name for the Giga Coaster, which I really like. I don't know if I've talked about this in this series at all, but I'm planning on this being like a 30 episode series. I have this whole park planned out, and it is going to look like it's going to have about 17 roller coasters, which is just insane, especially for a first park for me, which is very ambitious. I am planning on upgrading my computer sometime at the end of this year, which is good because when this park starts to get bigger, I'm not sure if my computer can really handle it. I'm running this off of a laptop with a 1070, which definitely is not great. So the main thing that makes this more realistic compared to the last bus stop that I built is simply that it's connected to the parking lot. The concrete isn't separated, which for a park makes a lot more sense because it's just cheaper in general. And then if they ever eventually wanted to expand the parking lot and move the bus stop somewhere else, they 100% could. The more and more I build in this park, the more and more I love the Giga Coaster. I have no clue why we're frozen right now. This might happen a couple times, but I have to get up and do stuff while I'm playing. I'm not just on my computer all day, so unfortunately. Oh yes, I was on a call with ThrillHills and I was demonstrating. I'm demonstrating that my computer isn't good enough to do the darkness in buildings, which is another thing. When I build interiors, they're probably not going to look very good because my computer can't handle the darkness in buildings, which just stinks. So, as of the time of this recording, yesterday I went to Fun Spot America Atlanta for, unfortunately, probably my last visit. I kid you not, this day was busier than opening day of Air Force One, and I'm pretty sure it was the busiest day in all the Fun Spot's history. The line for Air Force One, if you've been there, it was out the station, the main queue line, all the way down at least halfway down the plaza all day. And at some points, it was almost outside of the plaza. It was under the quad down, which is just wild for a park that small. And every other ride had an insane line, but Air was the only one that was really worth waiting for. If we saw a line with a short, if we saw a ride with a short line, we would run straight to it because, I mean, we just wanted to get on as much as we could because this was probably going to be our last visit. Unfortunately, we didn't get on Hurricane Coaster, which I personally don't like that ride. But I was there with ThrillHills and he hasn't been able to get on it. But it was like, we did the math, it was about a 40-minute wait all day. When area was max like 40. But it was typically around 25 to 30-ish. And now we're officially starting to build the entrance plaza. You can see it kind of comes at an angle. And that's because these two things that cross over the pathway aren't perfectly lined up. And so in order for them to line up, I built the pathway at an angle to where it kind of looks like they line up. So this entrance plaza definitely isn't finished simply because, again, I don't know what this skyline is going to look like. So you can see in the real time, the building is obviously kind of to the side. And there's a big open gap. I don't know if I'm going to want to put a building there or just have a fence, because there could be a coaster there that you might want to look at. We'll just have to wait and see. I do have this whole park planned out, but it isn't like each building is right beside each other. I just know what I want to add and around where I want to put it and what I might want that area to look like. So I don't know the exact locations, exact layouts, etc. Now I'm building these signs, which one thing that I find really annoying with this game is the text boxes, which by the way are great. I'm so happy Frontier added them. Is the fact that once they're on like a square, it's an extreme pain to select. Also, now that I'm looking at this, the bottom of the first drop of the Giga definitely isn't supported enough, so I need to redo that. Because yes, I do know how to custom support now. I know. I'm a genius. I don't know why I'm being so silent. I'm kind of trying to drag this out because, well, there's a 19-minute time lapse, which is, I'm pretty sure, either just as long or longer. Here we go. Security checkpoint. So this is inspired off of no park, actually. I was originally going to try and do something like Carowinds, where it was like those special fancy-looking slanted roofs, and then it was like a half circle. But I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted to because my mod, Scenery Anarchy or whatever it's called, I had just gotten and I couldn't figure out how to make it work. And also the poles would be way too close to where you can see how uncomfortable that would be trying to walk through. And now you can see OBS Studio. Okay, this is sitting number 2 because I probably did this in 3 or 4 sittings. This was filmed also very long ago, but I haven't worked on this park since because I've been very busy again. I have one more trip planned before the end of the summer, at least one more. I mean, I doubt I would go anywhere else, which is to Disney World. I might get some POVs, but I'm not planning on vlogging simply because this would be like my 5th visit this season. Tried doing these special signs, but then I remembered with my old failed park series that I lost all the footage to, and I just built on it for fun. I did, build queue entry signs, and so those I use as security checkpoint signs because I think they look great. In the park, I'm thinking of building those TV stands, kind of like how the big rides at Cedar Fair parks have, just for fun. There I am adding the supports, but I'm going to redo those. Also, I have a question. My B&M Hyper coaster models don't have magnetic brakes. They only have friction brakes. So is that just me? Am I special? Or I have no clue what's going on. So if anybody would like to help me with that, let me know. Really struggling this time with what to talk about. So new videos coming. I've hit 150 subs just like less than 3 weeks after hitting 100. So thank you so much for the support. The hot takes video is coming. I promise. I've been busy. I've been procrastinating and I've been wanting to work on other videos, but I have the whole thing filmed. I just have to edit it. So if I get a ton of comments on that, I can turn it into a series for every milestone. My goal is to hit 200 by my birthday, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do that. So my goal for the year is to hit 350, probably by the end of the year. I don't know. Something like that. I would love to. The more and more subs I get, the more and more I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a big YouTuber. I need to take this seriously. You know what I mean? While we're at Fun Spot, I saw multiple YouTubers. I saw Grace Adventures, which is a small YouTuber. I've only seen like one of her videos. I just recognized her and then I looked her up and I was like, oh yeah, I watched one of her videos. And then I also met Theme Park Brandon, which is, he was a really chill guy and he loved our custom shirts. We talked for a minute. I just want to say thank you to, if anybody here was at Fun Spot, I might have talked to you. I talked to so many, a countless amount of people, including people that have been on, Falcon's Flight, The Voyage, stuff like that. It really felt like a sad opening day. Everybody there was just like die-hard ride area over and over again, which isn't how it was at opening day because everybody knew that they would have time to ride it. But this time it was like these people's one and only chance to ride this ride. So definitely had a different vibe, but it had the same like people there where like everybody was an enthusiast. Oh my gosh, my voice. Ugh. And I'm building these security things. I can put these on the workshop if y'all want, because I didn't really see any in the workshop. So I just made a pretty simple one, because again, piece count, I don't want it to be too crazy. If I'm going to use my piece count, I'm going to use it on the stuff that's going to be in the park that people are going to be looking at. People are probably just going to breeze right through the security checkpoint. It's not really supposed to be pretty or anything. It's just supposed to get the job done. And I also added a stroller thing because, you know, a lot of parks have separate stroller stuff. And now I'm building this in perfectly round entrance plaza, which will have a planter in the middle. I thought I already did the planter, but I guess I didn't. Yeah, here's a stroller, making sure it fits, or just putting it there. Who knows? And now we're doing the fencing on the ride. That's weird, the time-lapse skipped a little bit. That was odd. I swear I've already done this in the time-lapse. Who knows? But who cares? This would have been way faster if I had the Scenery Anarchy mod now, which is pretty much where you can just stretch stuff out. And I did figure out how to get it to work, so go me. And yeah, I probably need to add more of these. Oh, speaking of big Giga Coasters, Fury is cooked. Like, worst case scenario, could be closed for like a year. Because if the foundation is really as bad as it seems, like if it's cracked and they have to replace it, that means that they have to dig it up out of the ground, which means that they'll have to take the track piece off, they'll have to take the support out, then dig this footer up, then re-pour the footer, then put the support on and the track back on. I wouldn't really be surprised if in a couple of years if issues keep on arising, because remember, this is on this, I'm pretty sure the same support the crack was on, which is the most forceful turn on the ride, excluding the treble clef, but it's probably the fastest, you know, high-speed turn. I could see Cedar Fair just reprofiling them. I guess this is just why B&M doesn't build good rides anymore. Fury was too insane for them. Here's this entrance sign looking thing, kind of like the Carowinds one. There'll be a sign here once I have a name for the park, because I'm not committing to ThrillHills and then I like it and then I'm like, oh, I gotta replace it or whatever. Because again, ThrillHills is just kind of a temporary name. When it comes for theming to this park, again, I think originally I wanted this to be a separate chain park, but I think I'm going to have this be a Cedar Fair, now Six Flags park, like it was a Cedar Fair park, one of the higher tier ones. I think that would just be more fun to build, especially since I've been to like 4 Cedar Fair parks, and 3 of those I've visited for my first time in the past year. How far are we in this? Because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. Okay, we got 6 more minutes, or 7. Don't make a meme out of that. So, roller coasters. I like roller coasters. I felt like there was something I was going to ask. Oh. No, never mind. I don't want to spoil that. So, I'm going to go back to school, obviously, in like 2 weeks, which means that content will start to slow back down. So I'm going to try and grind and get a good amount of content. I'm milking as much content as I can out of my fun spot visit. I have POVs from previous visits and POVs from this visit. I've been waiting to release the previous POVs so I can kind of combine them all. So there'll be compilations, there'll be individual POVs of each ride, there'll be vlogs, there's a ton of off-ride footage. I spent like an hour at the park just filming off-ride footage, which I never do, so you're welcome. Yeah, that's what happens when you're early, you know, and you're waiting on your friend to get there. You're stuck filming off-ride footage because you don't want to get in a 40-minute line without them. My brother actually took a friend to Fun Spot, and he had never been to an amusement park, and his first ever roller coaster was Air Force One. I don't know how he wasn't freaked out. I mean, he kind of was, but he enjoyed it, and they rode it again. Also at Fun Spot, the Riptide swing ride, if you go before the park closes, ride that ride, get with 2 people, and it'll transition from forwards to backwards, and it'll slow down. You can get it swinging, and the heavier person needs to be on the outside. You can get it swinging while it's slowing down from forwards to backwards, and I was swinging beyond vertical while going backwards. We were swinging so much that the ride op had to come in, like, after the ride stopped, they had to come and stop our car from swinging because we couldn't get out because we just kept on swinging. So that was an awesome experience. Right now this building is in this position, but it ends up being right behind the entrance sign. I don't really remember why I moved it. I'm pretty sure it was for sight lines because I'm expecting something to be there. Yep, but now we're just adding a wall. It doesn't fit in super well, but it, you know, gets the job done, definitely, for sure. Also, the terrain was being extremely stupid here, so that was annoying. But I'm saying it, the terrain and everything was too bad, and I didn't see a problem with it at all. That could actually be the reason why I moved it. Might just end up, yeah, just delete all the paths. Smart me. Yeah, okay, so that is the reason why I moved it. There we go. That is not a circle, but who cares? Yeah, I ended up putting that little pentagon thing too. And I added a queue line that probably will never be full, but you never know. Some people like to buy tickets in person. That roof doesn't match up too well, but it does well enough. And yeah, you get a really good view of big red Giga Coaster in background, which I don't know if it would be better than Fury, but it definitely is right now because this one's open. Haha, yeah. Bummer that Fury's closed. I was going to revisit Carowinds, and then Fury closed, so that was sad. I don't know if I end up keeping that top beam or not. I do know that I put the numbers lower because I didn't like the giant numbers being at the top. I felt like that would be better used for some sort of sign, which I never put on. Yeah, but oh, that's such a good view. That Giga is just perfect. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. I'd been planning that layout for months when I finally built it. I mean, I did obviously have to change a couple of things, specifically with the spaghetti bowl-ish section. And here we are at the front entrance, which is heavily inspired off of Carowinds. It's big and it's metal and it's kind of dark in color, but you know, it looks nice and there's TVs. It looks modern because this is supposed to be a modern entrance, and now we're frozen again, so I don't know what I'm doing. So at first I'm trying to use these brick pillars, but then I realized it just makes more sense to use the art pieces. Nope, never mind, I do use those pillars. Now that I'm thinking about it, that probably was a better idea. This entrance ends up being pretty decently tall, but I shrink it down to where it's actually a reasonable height. And it's just a lot of these modern looking things. Very contemporary, I guess, is what you would call it. Yeah, I end up lowering it a good amount. Then we're adding TVs, because who else loves ads? Yep, me. I love ads. Just kidding. These would probably just be used to advertise park rides. Who knows? I'll probably make a video to put in there at some point. Maybe I'll play my videos. And now we're adding the angled roof, which looks fine, I guess. I mean, it's just a roof. Nothing really, nothing special to say here. This stupid advanced move, though, I had to do it like that. I wish I could, like, change it. I might be able to with the mod that I have, and I just was too stupid to do it. And now we're just gonna copy everything around, because modern is very basic, and it's very a lot of the exact same stuff. It needs to be all symmetrical, because I'm a perfectionist. I want it to all be symmetrical. See, that's what I'm saying. I lowered it to where it's actually a reasonable height. And this main street isn't going to be insanely long. I would say like 2 or 3 buildings on each side. But there's also going to be pathways spurting out of it, so it'll probably be longer than like 2 or 3 buildings, because there'll be pathways coming out of it as well. Also, if this park gets to the point where I want to build a water park, I will build a water park here too. I think that would be pretty cool. I think something kind of like Carolina Harbor or Soak City. And then here are the turnstiles, which I just ended up adding the tables. I didn't feel like building a crazy turnstile because, again, piece count. And then cross beams. And the mod that I have now would be really helpful for this, but I end up making them work. I love architecture. Does anybody else find building stuff like this extremely satisfying in this game? Like, I found that very satisfying to build. Oh, that's it. Alright. Thanks for watching this time lapse, and I'll see you in real time. Hello and welcome to the real time of episode 4 of ThrillHills, or Unnamed Park series, again, whatever you want to call it. I thought it would be fun again to start here at the parking gate like we always do and get the beautiful view of the Giga. And we're going to start by going through the bus stop, which isn't 100% finished. It's pretty close, though. You can definitely tell what I'm talking about, though, when we go to it. Should just come this way. I'm going to speed walk, if it'll let me. Yeah, the problem with the original bus stop is that this Giga took up a lot of it. So we had to rebuild it, and this is way better. It actually has more capacity, even though it's smaller than the first one, so overall, I'd say it's a win-win. Here is all the buses, which I'm going to need to change the colors of, and it goes all the way down there. And it's actually still theoretically connected to the parking lot, because that's just more realistic. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place, but, you know, whatever. And there is the Giga, so pretty. I don't know if I mentioned this in the time lapse, but I need to fix the supports on that for the level out, so I'll do that off camera probably. And so most of the time, if you're a bus person, you'll come this way, but if you're not, then, you know, whatever. Probably a good idea for me to go ahead and put a path all the way down here for the rest of the guests, but we'll just wait and see. And I did it at this angle, so that way it kind of lines up better. I don't know if this is quite as good as an interaction that Fury has, but it's pretty close. It doesn't go under it, but it goes over it twice, so, I mean, it still looks really nice. And it also still manages to be pretty unique. This is the security. Note that the people that you are in this game, like the first person, are giant, so you're going to get your head cut off, I'm pretty sure, but there's 2 lanes and a stroller lane, so yay. And this will be the main entrance sign once we have a name, so again, comment a name. This building isn't great, but, I mean, hello! And right here, it will be decided what will go here once what I'm building right here looks like. It just simply depends on how that turns out. And here is the entrance, which we can't actually walk on because I'm so stupid. But it's very heavily inspired off of the Carowinds entrance. I think it looks great. I'll probably add some custom media to the TVs at some point, so it'll be nice as well. And as you can already tell, I've already have the next, I would say, 4 episodes planned out. So next episode, we're going to be working mainly on the main street. And then I would say, after that, probably this. And then the next 2 episodes will probably be this, if I had to take a guess. Just simply depends on what's going to be going on. But, you know, it's all fun. I'm very excited to continue building in this park series. I love this park already. I mean, this Giga is just going to make this skyline so pretty. So thanks for watching this video. Again, name suggestions for the park. And I actually do need to announce the name for the Giga, which I have decided. I don't know the name of the person. I'll put them on screen. But I've decided the name Eon. I thought it sounded cool. I thought we could do a cool entrance sign with that, stuff like that. And I thought it would just kind of fit it. We can give it kind of a similar theme to Orion. So yeah, thank you so much for whoever gave me that name suggestion. Again, I'll put that suggestion on screen. So thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next episode of ThrillHills / Unnamed Park.